Hello, good morning. Can everyone hear me clearly, loud and clear? I can hear myself, Duffy. If I can hear myself, I think you could start hearing me now. Hello. People start joining in. Please disturb the group so that people can start joining in. We cannot run a webinar for just two of us. Come here. I think you're connected to my this thing. Go to the group page. The webinar is streaming live now. Oh, shit. Go to my WhatsApp. How many is connected? Yes. Put on my status also. Webinar streaming live now. Yeah, my status. Is it why it's putting the link of the webinar on my status also? Just in case you didn't get a chance to join the WhatsApp group on time, you can join in for the webinar on this link.
Check how many people are connected first. I'm talking about you. Can't you see them?
I can actually.
How many?
Okay, I can't. Okay. It's still connected. Just minimized. Hello. This is loud and clear. We can start if people have not joined in the webinar.
Can't start it now. Just for us to be us what that will get
This stuff is streaming live already. Okay.
But once the live stream is over, all this will play back.
Yes.
All this thing is saying now.
Minutes. Hello, good morning. So, welcome to Hawk Media's official webinar. We'll be starting live now. Um, so we begin. My name is Ugele Ehi, and the host of the webinar. I'm CEO of Hawk Media, and the essence of this training is to teach African entrepreneurs on the future of digital marketing. So, as stated in the training. So we go live now. Um, So the title of the webinar is African Business and Digital Marketing Future. The contents that we'll be going through today briefly will be this. So we start entrepreneurship in present situation and physical limitations. So roughly, we do know that African businesses presently, if we look at the startup of entrepreneurship in Africa, um, rest of Africa falls into the developing. Most countries in Africa fall into the developing strata of the world. So essentially, many countries are at the point where we're trying to fully optimize and utilize all our resources. And that being said, the definitely is that in terms of technology and so many things and infrastructure, Africa is lacking in so much. However, notwithstanding, Africa is blessed with a lot of natural resources, of which we are privileged to be able to participate and grow beautiful talents. Africa has been rich has been a rich land to be able to cultivate a lot of talent, and it's this talent that really go out there to create a name for Africa. So it's very much as an entrepreneur, if regardless of so much challenges in terms of lack of infrastructure or it's very much successful to is very much important that we we I'm guessing no one is seeing the slideshow currently. So what I'm trying to do at my end is to fix up the slideshow so that it starts showing, and this will be done shortly for everyone to see. Um, okay, uh, just a brief minute. So sorry for the delay. Okay, so fixing it up for everyone so that everyone can get to see the slideshow. It will begin shortly. We can all see it. Okay, so I'm guessing we'll all start seeing it shortly. Okay, so the slides have started showing. We'll briefly go through them for us who did not have the opportunity to see it through live. Now, briefly, we should also announce, just like we made mention in our adverts and publicity, there'll be a free resource material given out to those who stay to the end of the webinar. Now, this webinar is stationed to last for only an hour, at most an hour. We don't plan to stay longer than an hour here. Briefly, I do feel that in a short time. We should be done in less than an hour. So welcome everyone to Hope Media's training. The title of the training is called African Businesses and Digital Marketing Future. And the table of content of all the things we'll be talking about briefly will be as this modern entrepreneurship and data marketing, content creation, social media marketing. Okay, so we begin entrepreneurship and Africa and the present situation, physical limitations. So basically, we do know that in Africa, most times businesses, looking at the journey of businesses started at the point where the basic thing was producing your content, producing your product or your services, and delivering it directly as shown in the slides, where you have this physical one-on-one interaction. Looking at the stages of marketing have gone through various primordial stages. One of the most powerful and the oldest has been face-to-face marketing, as we can see from the images shown. Face-to-face marketing happens to be very powerful in the life of marketing. It's something that cannot be underutilized, and it still remains one of the most powerful form of marketing. However, it had limitations. And what were these limitations? The limitations were in space. You could not go everywhere. You could not connect with everyone because of the this thing of space. So these were the huge limitations that face-to-face marketing brought. You're only limited to who was in your vicinity, who was in front of you, who you could talk to, how many you could talk to at a particular time. And over time, in a bid to cut across this distance of space, the media was introduced, the mass media. We're talking about the magazines, the newspapers, the articles. Now, you could not travel everywhere because of the limitation in space, but having the opportunity to cut across different distances, different zones due to the movement of media of these articles from one location to another, you had the opportunity of communicating with people across a certain distance through these media. And this was as a way to fueling, passing on your message, the value you're trying to bring as an entrepreneur to your business, um, through a large number of people. However, this was still limited because it was still limited by time and distance. Because you could produce your article in a media for a town newspaper, and that doesn't mean it gets to the end of the country or gets every other place. So this meant that you had to do more, you had to work more, you had to give out more, you had to do more in order to get your product out there. Probably you had to go on tour or something. However, the internet came, and when the internet came, it broke borders, and that is where we're about to enter today, exposing the opportunities the internet brought, breaking the border of time and space. Now, in a few minutes, we'll go through this and you see the so many opportunities that the internet brought for various entrepreneurs. Now, just like we say, welcome to the digital world. In the digital world, this limitation in space was cut open. It was cut open to show that with the internet, you could do so much. Now, first things first, in the internet gives you that environment where you can connect with people across the globe in minutes. The reason why you all can receive this webinar right now and can hear me wherever you are in the world is because of the internet. I can talk to you from my place, my workstation, and you guys can receive what I'm saying at the same time due to this thing we call the internet. Now, it's been very beautiful because having the internet as a tool to fuel your communication to your customer line, to your community, you've been able to, in a very affordable way, cut this time, this space limitation, and be able to pass on that value you as an entrepreneur try to bring it to the market in very simple ways. Now, That being said, what were the processes? What processes did you need to go through to connect to? If you look at the opportunities the internet brought, it gave you the opportunity to be able to communicate with people that are far around the globe, countries you've never been to before. You could have your products being featured in around Africa, in Asia, in Europe, in Madagascar, in North America, in South America, and many more. And this was because of the advantage, the beauty that the internet brought into the marketing world. Now, how were you not able? How, as an entrepreneur, where do you start from? Now, I'm sure, having seen all this, many of you already know that, yeah, this is very possible. But you have this somewhat belief that it's expensive, it's difficult, you can't connect, you can't afford it. Now, this is why this training was organized, because we want to make African entrepreneurs understand that the internet is available and it's very affordable, depending on how much you're able to put into it. Now, as an entrepreneur, there are three things you spend your money on, and we must always know this. We are three things you always spend money on as an entrepreneur. The first is the main commodity. Whatever you're selling, whatever you're giving, whatever value you're offering up at a price, that you spend money on. If you're selling, for example, groceries or commodities, the groceries itself and the commodity that you are selling is the first thing you spend money on, and it takes roughly about 50 to 55% of the capital, the total capital you have. Now, the second key and important thing you spend money on is functionality. Who sells the product? The utilities you have to use in producing the product and in also managing the product. The environment you use, the shop, the rent, all these fall under functionalities, and you have to spend money on this. And the last thing you spend money on is aesthetics. Now the environment, would there be a chair to welcome your clients? Would there be an AC? Would there be a room? Will you offer them drinks? Will you offer them refreshment items, all to fuel this beauty of your business aesthetics? Now, statistics have shown that roughly 5 to 10% of the capital goes into aesthetics. Remaining 45, 30 to 25% goes into your functionalities, while 55% or 50% goes into your the main goods and product. Now, where we online digital marketing, where will it fall into? If you're in this 21st century and you're not thinking of going into business now, and sorry, if you're in the 21st century and you're going into business and you're not thinking of inculcating the internet into your business, I bet you're an entrepreneur that is ready to die out on the mines. Especially if your business is one that has the capability to work well with the internet, and you're not going into the internet, you're ready to die out of competition. Because so many times the internet is a global village and it keeps connecting people every single day. So the opportunity to harness on this traffic the internet brings is not just beautiful, but a God-given talent. So you having that opportunity to connect with this crowd, to be able to pass on that value you want to give to this crowd, is basically what will keep you, yeah, light years ahead of your competition. And it's a process, and it's not expensive. It's actually affordable. And this is what we try to help entrepreneurs understand, that it's very affordable. Now there are various ways to punch into the internet. It first has to start from the content. Now, like we say, where will digital marketing fall in those three things that we're supposed to pay for? Digital marketing will fall into the functionalities, because it cannot be removed from the business. It's radical, it's key. You having the opportunity to grow a community online, that from the comfort of your room you could be running your business, and you could be making a lot of profit, and all is at ease, and all you spend for is just probably the data you use, or a couple of other one or two things you spend on. However, this shows you that, okay, very fine, that with this working fine in place, you can be able to make so much more that you would have made than going out, going physical, going spending so much on physical. However, you cannot still underestimate the power of physical. And I think the most powerful form of marketing still remains referral marketing. The fact that you can satisfy a few, and these people refer you to a large number. I keep telling people that you don't need 1,000 people to build a fortune. You don't need to satisfy 1,000 people. You don't even need to satisfy 500 persons. In business, you just need to satisfy your good 100. With good 100, you could build a crazy amount of fortune because 100 people just need to tell one more person and you get another 100. If one person tell another person, you get another 100. So imagine if this thing went through a generation of one person for 10 generations, you get 1,000 persons. So in business, to satisfy, to really do so much in business, you don't need to satisfy a, 100 persons. You just need to satisfy. You don't need to satisfy 1,000 persons. You just need to satisfy 100. Okay. So moving on, what are the important things you need as an entrepreneur for to produce good content? It's basically simple to break into the digital world. You need good content. Another technique you will utilize is social media marketing. Email marketing also very much works. However, in African countries, it may not work so much because we do notice in that many people rather prefer to be contacted on bulk of the statistics we will observe that more people, especially in Africa, because of probably the cost of data, more people prefer to be contacted via phone calls, or WhatsApp, or social media chats than probably email. But email marketing still works very fine, especially in Western countries. Then we have search engine SEOs and SEMs, which include search engine optimization and search engine marketing. Now, what does this basically? This ability to be able to improve your online presence. The point that a search on your name or the niche. Example: I'm a photograph. I run a photography studio. The fact that I live in probably Ghana in Kumasi or something, and anyone who's in need of picture could just type something simple like photography studios near me, or just photographs, and you have your business pop up under that search results as probably the first or the second. This is good search engine optimization. Search engine market is almost somewhat limited, also related also. But in this case, you pay for them, and it's basically called pay per click. So basically, you pay for your name to pop up as first option on certain search results or keywords. So when people search for these keywords, your name pops up as first. I'm sure when you run some search on Google, you see some stuff pop up under ads as probably if you are working on the desktop, you see it appearing as the first, probably the first two or three columns before the other search result. And you also see it appearing at the sidebar. But if you're using a mobile phone, it appears probably first or second or third, the first three search results. You see under the right ads. So and it's actually very effective, especially when considering doing local and international marketing. Now, I think this is the part I love the most, called local and international marketing. Now, this is beautiful because it opens you up to so much opportunities. The ability to take your business across borders to connect people in Europe, in North America, in South America, in Africa, in Asia, in Madagascar, across the world basically. And you do it from the comfort of your house, from the comfort of your office. If your office is your house, then probably your house. If your office is your room, probably your room. However, there is opportunity to be able to connect with so much people, and all you just need is your laptop or your phone. It's beautiful, and this has come because of the opportunities that the digital marketing world provides. Now, where do you start from? Say you want to harness on these opportunities. You want to go digital. You want to access the digital world, and accessing the digital world, you need to start off from somewhere. Where do you start from? You first start by planning. You need to plan a good online campaign and build a good strategy in order to know where you will start from. And this online campaign will basically involve you planning first off what is your aim of coming online. When you've been able to establish your aim for coming online, then you cannot plan on other things. Apart from your aim, what else do you plan on? You plan on the goal. Okay, your budget. What's your budget like? Do you have what's your budget monthly? The beauty about the online campaign is that the more you do, the more you get out of it. It's something that keeps on expanding. So the more you work, the more you expect to get a reward because you get rewarded for how often you work. So this is very beautiful because as a businessman, if you know that the goal is to become profitable in the long run, You're not there to be profitable short term. You want to be profitable always. So you do expect that if business is good or remains good and you're able to weather the risks and expenses that come along the line, so a little bit profits because business is a cycle, it doesn't go up all the time, it comes down at some point. But you're able to weather all these, you come to notice a beautiful trend that as you go, you see that that you become better and better. The more people come to know you, the more people come to refer you. Your online presence keep growing. Your community keeps growing. Your community basically involves your customer base. That customer base you have access to. So this keeps growing the more you keep building your online presence. Now, when you start from once you've been able to establish your business goals and you've been able to connect them with a good online planning strategy, you start. Where do you start from? You look at where you could start from. There are various ways to start from online on the online market. You could consider doing social media, you could consider local listing, you can consider websites, you could also consider there's so many other places platforms you could consider. Now, I basically do advise that most times many people start off from social media. Why? Because people spend hours online. A bulk of the time, people spend times online on social media. So it's basically better if you want to start on a low budget, you start from social media. Social media is easy because it gives you the opportunity to connect with a larger audience if starting up on social media, and it actually can be very affordable for you if you know how to go about it, because you don't really need to have a website at the beginning. Probably a website will come later, far into the future. However, with a good effective social media page that is engaging, you can be able to get quite a lot of website jumps to the site. Well, I mean, you can be able to get a lot of conversion from your online page. So after that, where do you go to? You go to study your business. Study the business. You should know every single aspect of your business and how it has been integrated online. And the best way to study your business on the online market is to study your competition. Study your competition. Now, at this point, I will let you to know that the live chat is open. In case you have a question or an opinion or anything you want to ask or say, please send it straight to the live chat. You could just type it, you click on the live chat button there, you send a message. And once you send the message, we could reply you as soon as possible. And if you're watching this and this is not live currently, another way you could send up we could reply you is if you send us any of our social media pages, or preferably the WhatsApp group. The WhatsApp group is always available 247, so you send your message there, will be available to reply you and get back to you personally. So once you've been able to do a beautiful study on your business and the niche, you study the niche well, study his influencers, his content, then the next thing you can do after that is to go um you start your campaign, you start your online campaign, you create your content, you start your online campaign. That is what I call focus, evaluate. Focus is by focus I mean you produce your campaign and you focus your campaign on your niche. Now you must understand that your business account is not your personal account. Your business page is not your personal page. It's a page that is concentrated on your business, on its community, your business grows. And because of that, your community should know you by your persona, what your business stands for, what your business is. Example, now you see Netflix and the first thing that pops into your mind is movies. You see Facebook, the first thing that pops into your mind is social media, chats, group chats. You see Twitter to tweets. Those are the things that pop into your mind. You see Coca-Cola, the drink that comes into your mind. You see Pepsi, you know what it is. You see UEFA or FIFA, you know that it's talking about people. All these have a persona. So your business also should have a persona. People should see your business and know that okay, this is talking about fashion, or this is talking about photography, or this is talking about cooking or something. But your business persona should speak for you, and your page at first glance, without even getting to your website, your social media page should be able to answer this question at first glance. So whatever you post on your social media page, whatever you let people come to identify you by what your brand stands for, what your brand is. So that's focus. Then whatever campaign you run, or you should be able to evaluate. You should set parameters to mark your success. If you're not having a good success, there's something wrong somewhere. You should be able to set good parameters to mark your success. So yes, so focus, evaluate, follow up. By follow up, you should be able to follow up on every lead you generate. You call them, you message them, you email them. You should not give the impression that you're spamming them. As a businessman, you should be thinking of being professional, always professional. So you should always give the impression that you are professional. You're a professional always. So never give the impression that you're spamming them. Always give a good impression. So you follow up, and you follow up professionally. Now once you do this, you start noticing an increase in conversion rate. You find yourself dealing with a larger community that is ever increasing that you normally do. Now how do you measure your success over time? You begin to notice an increase in your likes, followership, engagements by way of comments slowly. It doesn't happen automatically, but it begins to happen slowly. And by this you'll be able to you now eventually start getting conversion. I think conversion is the importance of every online campaign. Conversion. You begin to get conversions, and this you begin to track by your at various stages. You and this marks out your increase in awareness. That's- all these you begin to notice as they increase. Now, this is open room for Q&A. If you have any question, we would love to answer you. So, um, please, if you have any question, just let us know now. Um, but now, that being said, I would like to tell you guys on why this was organized, what this planned to solve, while this was organized. Um, so I'm opening up the slide for everyone to see. We shall see it shortly. Now, why was this organized? Hulk Media. What is Hulk Media? What does Hulk Media plan to do? Why is Hulk Media in business? What does Hulk Media mean? And how do you benefit from Hulk Media? Hulk Media is a brand, the first digital marketing platform of its kind in Africa. We are established to help African businesses harness on all these digital marketing opportunities that has been exposed to. What we do basically is we partner up with businesses and manage their online presence. We help them grow. We help them grow from that point when they were little to that point where they can be able to build that name, that image that they want for themselves. And our goal, our reason for being, our reason for existing is such that African businesses can have that vision, that growth rate, that stipulated leap that they need. Um, so what we do, we build custom ad models, custom campaign models that fit African businesses and take them step by step and grow. And the beautiful part about it is all is that we do this at very, very affordable rates. Basically, just like as you will see from the resource material which I give to everyone at the end of the webinar, we shall give everyone who stays to the end of the webinar a resource material. All you just need to do is just to DM me on our Instagram or Facebook page. You send a message, a direct message. And once you do, that you just concluded the webinar and you would love to have the resource material, we'll send you the resource material as soon as possible, immediately. So that being said, Hawk Media will serve as a web that helps connect you to your clients, will help manage your brand, giving you that image you need to penetrate into the internet world. We believe that the digital world is the future of all businesses. And if you're a business right now, you're not thinking of harnessing on the internet, then I still believe that there's something wrong somewhere because your competitions are not waiting. Your competitions are not waiting, they're not waiting. So I do believe that if you're a business and you want to really break into the internet world, you should be thinking of going online. You should be thinking of going global also. And Hawk Media will help do this at very, very affordable rates. Currently, I think you'll see in our resource material that for for now, for the next 3 months, all businesses have the opportunity to partner with us for free for the next 3 months. You can partner us with us for free. We manage all your ad campaigns. We promote you. We want you to see the value in what we do and the value that it will bring to your business. So you don't have to worry about the money. Just come, register with us, join us on, let's us talk about your brand. Let's talk about getting your brand to the forefront because that is what we do. We've worked a couple of businesses. We check out all our social media pages, our Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat, YouTube. We also have a YouTube channel. That's why we're streaming this. That's why we're streaming this live from. Check out our YouTube channel. You'll see a couple of businesses that we've promoted. We're a young platform that readily young in Africa. However, we do believe that we can do so much more. We can do so much more. So, um, moving on, we're throwing open for Q&A. Any questions, please? If you have any questions, please feel free. And if you don't have any questions, you can. If you have any other question and you're not able to ask now, probably because you're not watching this live, just send it to our WhatsApp group. If you don't have our WhatsApp group, send it there and we'll reply your questions. You can send us an email. I think our contacts will be displayed. Now, I th- for now, we'll just wait a few minutes for some questions, and if there's no question, we'll call it an end for the webinar. If you have any other thing that you would also love me to teach on, or something you would love me to talk about, please feel free to send us a message on any of our social media pages. Well, like we say, we are available on Twitter, LinkedIn, Snapchat, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and we also have our WhatsApp details. So just message us. We'll get back to you. Now, these are the founders of Hawk Media. Oh, and we are waiting. We await your questions. So that's Media really Ehi, and we handle all the ad campaigns. And please feel free to alert me if there's any question. We're waiting. I don't think you guys are seeing the new slide I'm putting on. So I guess I'll do that now so you guys can see it. Oh, okay, 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 okay. So I'm guessing you guys are seeing it now. It's showing live now. So right now we're waiting for feedbacks, questions. We've talked about it quite a lot, and we want to answer as many questions as we can answer. So those are all our pictures. That's me, the CEO of Media, and also the founder and my teammates. So we're available to answer all your questions. Please feel free to ask anything while we wait briefly. Now, just like we promised, we said we'll be giving a free resource material at the end of the webinar, and the webinar is coming to a close. So please message me like we say how we can be able to give you the webinar, the message. If you're on WhatsApp, if you have our WhatsApp details, please DM me as soon as possible. If you don't have the WhatsApp details, you can send me a message on Facebook, you can send me a message on Instagram, you can send me a message on Snapchat. Wherever you are, just send me a message and we'll answer you as soon as possible. So um okay, I guess we've answered basically all the questions that have been asked, and we'll be moving on to the end of the webinar. So that's our details. Please look at on the Facebook. That's us on Facebook. That's the link. Instagram. That's our handle. On Twitter. That's our handle. Um, on LinkedIn. That's our page. On YouTube. We're also there on YouTube. Um, so feel free to message us at any time. Message us ASAP for the resource material. I will send it for you as soon as possible. Okay, thank you everyone for attending the webinar. We ending, and we look forward to hearing from you all. And if there's any other thing you want us to really talk about, something probably you were expecting and you didn't get, and you want us to talk more on that, please feel free to highlight us. Would be happy to throw a tutorial on that on our YouTube channel. So thank you and do have a lovely day.